Night to apologize for that. Basically, she said that on her weekly TBS show. She talked about the vulgar female slur she used against the first daughter. She's saying she regrets it. Advertisers upset. The car marketplace Autotrader.com and insurance giant State Farm also pledging to stop advertising on the show. Let's take a check at TBS parent company Time Warner closing the day in the green. Let's bring in Trump 2020 Campaign Advisory Board member Madison Gesiato, and we welcome liberal commentator Anusha Hossain. Great to see you, Anusha and Madison.
Thanks so much. Good to be with you.
Anusha, first to you. This is how Samantha Bee gave the apology. Civility is just nice words. Maybe we should all worry a little more about the niceness of our actions. She put the word "we" in there. It felt like a half apology. Your reaction?
Well, you know, I think that Samantha Bee apologized, and I accept her apology. I think what's really important to remember, first of all, that word is disgusting. There's no justification for it, and I think that she addressed the controversy head on. But the entire point of her segment initially was not to bring attention to the bad word or Ivanka Trump. It was to actually bring attention to the administration's current immigration practices at the border and how 11,000 kids are currently being detained and separated from their parents. And, you know, that message was lost in the controversy over the segment, and I really don't think it should get lost again now that she has apologized.
Yeah, we don't know if it's 11,000 kids. I hear exactly what you're saying, Hussein, about that controversy, but in your point's well taken. The use of the word, that word, distracted from her bringing up that controversy. Madison, TBS says Samantha Bee will get more TBS oversight. Do you think that's going to happen?
I hope so. I mean, if she cared so much about that message and that issue, she wouldn't have said what she said about Ivanka Trump, and it was disgusting. I mean, what she said was unacceptable. Her apology, yeah, I don't really think it was a full apology. It is what it is. I don't think it matters whether she apologizes or not, because she was someone who said something like that about another woman. I think as women, we need to stand up for other women, even when we don't agree with them politically. I think it's disgusting, unacceptable, and I think TBS should have stopped it before it happened. I'm sure someone saw it that could have put an end to that before she actually put that on air.
You know, to Madison's point, Anusha, in her apology, which I've read repeatedly, she made it like it was an either-or proposition. She said we can worry about the nicest of our actions. It's not an either-or proposition. We can worry about the nicest of our actions and not use that awful vulgar term. I'm not sure why she should put that. Why she put that term, and maybe we should all worry a little bit more. Why we? It's her. She's the one who said it.
That's true, but it's our attention that is going on the wrong issue, right? And I think she's trying to collectively bring us all, I think, if I can finish my point,
sure,
bring us all back to what the original message and concern was. Right. That segment was not supposed to be creating the uproar that it did, and she has apologized, so we can continue focusing on the word or focusing on the policy changes that need to be made.
All right. Thank you, Madison, and we welcome you again, Anusha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. Good to see you, Madison, as well.
All right, Howard, so it wasn't really an apology. She says that she has used the C word many times on her show in the past, but this time she used it as an insult, which had me thinking, when is the C word anything but an insult? What?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will give Samantha Bee credit for appearing to apologize, and the tone was heartfelt at times. But first of all, she didn't really have a choice because she did so much damage to herself and her TBS show that she had to do something. But what bothered me even more, what I would have liked to have heard, was for her to address not just the C word controversy, and the media made it all about this one word, but what she said next about the president's daughter, where she said, you know, Ivanka should just put on something tight and low cut and go and change her father's blanking policies on immigration. It's basically a down-in-the-gutter incest joke.
Yeah.
And that got lost in the C-word uproar, and that's something that Samantha Bee did not address.
All right. Okay, but she also said that she's sorry to break America. No sarcasm there. America isn't hanging on every word that comes out of your mouth, Samantha Bee. I hate to break it to you. But the only person that she really owes an apology to is Ivanka Trump. And as far as being sorry, she's sorry for losing advertisers, I bet. Why did it take a full week to hear this apology?
Well, to her credit, she did apologize on Twitter, and she did apologize
yes,
to Ivanka Trump.
Two different
and
things.
it's a weekly show.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, an epithet. I mean, this is the worst word in the English language to apply to a woman. The fact that another woman does it doesn't somehow let her off the hook, and all the business about, well, I use the word a lot. So what? You used it in an intentionally damaging way against the president's daughter, feeling that, you know, your liberal viewers will just think it's funny because you can say anything about a Trump, right? And that also is the part that really deeply troubled not just me, but lots of people across this country.
Right. She said, I'm really deeply sorry for apologizing all women, but I'm not sorry for offending Ted Cruz. I mean, that came out of left field.
Right. She is a comedian, so she worked in a couple of jobs.
I actually chuckled at that one. All right.
Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.